What's going on? So, welcome to another episode of the New Breed. I'm your host, Cottrell Simpson, joined by two very talented women. I got Aiyana and Aaliyah Johnson here. How are you two doing today?
Doing good.
That's good to hear. So, let's kick it off. Get right into it. So, I see you guys are from Lee Summit, Missouri. So, I got a two-part question for you. When you guys were going through the recruiting process, did you guys know all along that you wanted to go to school together? And then just kind of following that up, how did you guys know and ultimately, pick SFA as your final destination?
I don't remember having too many conversations growing up, like playing AU ball, that we wanted to go play together. I don't know if we ever really thought about what it would look like or the reality or the possibility of it. But it kind of just fell together right at the end. Do you remember wanting that? No. Yeah, yeah. So I knew once I got to high school, I knew I wanted to follow my older sister. So we have an older sister who also got to play at SFA, and we got to play with her for a year. But I knew I wanted to follow her, and it was kind of going to be up to Aiyana if she wanted to follow suit behind us.
Okay, awesome. So, Aiyana, anything else you want to add on there?
I would say I personally kind of wanted to venture out on my own, but then I kind of realized, I guess, the power of community and family, and realizing that Coach Kellogg and the staff did a really good job of recruiting us individually and making sure that we were seen as one person. And I think I just kind of realized that you got to choose who chooses you and keeps you as a priority, and they did that very well. So it was kind of just a bonus that all of us ended up going there.
Okay, awesome. So I noticed too. I looked at looked up your guys' stats and everything and how everything went throughout the year. So just want to kind of rewind a little bit. Let's go back to 2020. So it's your guys' sophomore year. Everything is going well. You're 23-6, 2 seed going into the conference tournament time, and then COVID happens. How did you guys handle being away from basketball during that time, and how did you guys just handle that all together?
It was definitely difficult with our season ending short, especially when we were right there in the regular season, able to get that championship, and we weren't able to. It kind of just made us realize that the next game is not guaranteed, and you really got to give your all no matter what. But during that time, we kind of just took care of our bodies. Me and Aaliyah did a really good job of kind of investing in ourselves spiritually and physically, and just preparing for the next season. And I had some foot surgery, so that also was something that I had to take care of during that time.
Yeah, we had actually found out that we weren't going to go to the conference tournament during a practice. So we were practicing, getting ready, preparing, and then we were going to take showers and then get on the road and head to Katy. And our director of ops came down and told coach that tournament was canceled. So it was devastating for us, but definitely watching our seniors, their career kind of end so abruptly. That was really hard to see them have to go through that. So we just tried to support them, and we all hung out. Everyone came over to me and Aiyana's apartment. After that, we just kind of kicked it and said, well, this is what it is. I guess we just got to make the most out of it. But like she was touching on, quarantine was really good for us. We got to relax. We got to take care of our bodies. I was going into my fourth year the next season, so I was really focused on staying in shape and not getting out of shape, being at home. So it was a peaceful time for us, and thankfully we didn't have to endure losing a family member or anything like that, how a lot of people did during the shutdown. So we were blessed during that time.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just looking back at everything too. I see you guys were the 2 seed then, and then right after that, it seemed like COVID just lit a fire under you guys as a team collectively. You go back to back conference champions, back to back NCAA tournament appearances. You got a women's NIT under your belt as well. So out of all those things, and it could be something else even outside of that as well, but what's been like the most rewarding part of that journey, and why would you say that?
Well, probably it's a couple things. I'd say that first regular season championship that we won was extremely fulfilling. Our first Southland Conference championship, because we had been trying to get it for so many years in a row and fell short by one game for 3 seasons prior for me. And so it was those losses were always devastating. So winning that was super fulfilling and felt like a realization of all the goals that we had um, leading up to that point. And then also probably just the relationships that we built with our teammates. A lot of those girls are still our sisters to the day. We still talk to them, check up. So it's probably building those relationships with people that you really loved and that loved you back was most fulfilling for me.
Yeah. I would probably just say being able to contribute to the growth of the Lady Jack program, pretty much in detail what Aaliyah just said, but just being a part of that culture just really emphasizes the power of community. I think it's something that I've kind of taken away from that experience. And I'm just very grateful for everything. I mean, I think my true senior year, her 5th year, was probably such a, seeing the fruits of our labor the past couple of years, and just that was such a beautiful experience, and really encouraged me and motivated me to come back for my 5th year and help Coach Kellogg, advance in his career and everything. So just being able to help other people and grow within myself, that was something that I was very fulfilled with.
So, just kind of bouncing off that, you guys seem like you're very team oriented and you had that connection with your teammates. And there was just so much growth there from that COVID season all the way up through, winning these conference championships and things like that. What's been like the one thing that you would say you missed the most from being around your teammates?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I would probably say just spending every day with each other. So thankfully, I came in with a great group of girls. Like my class of girls were super selfless individuals, loving, good spirited people. And so doing everything together, going to practice, going to eat, going home, hanging out, going to coach's house, like just doing everything together. I miss that camaraderie and uh, the aspect of everyone's trying to achieve one goal. And so everything that you do, all your efforts are uh, to add to that goal. And so I miss that element of being on a team.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Okay. Now, I definitely have to ask too. Clearly, you guys are, fierce competitors, things like that. I got to know who's winning in the one-on-one matchup between you guys right now in the lifetime series.
Well, we actually have not played that many one-on-one games,
Yeah.
like just straight up. But I mean, Aiyana would definitely have. She's on the leaderboard, above me for sure.
Okay. Who's got the last win in the series?
Uh,
I have no idea. We did not grow up in that environment to compete against each other. I mean, we did every day in practice, and she would kill me on the 3 line, and I would kind of take care of business inside the inside. So it kind of balanced out, but I don't know. We always just had the idea that we're making each other better, and we never really took it personal, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I do just want to get everybody kind of updated about, where you guys are at right now. Aiyana, I know you just signed a contract to go play pro over in Serbia. Could you just tell everyone a little bit more about that opportunity and kind of how it presented itself?
Wow. I was honestly done with basketball after SFA, and just kind of honestly preparing for a basic routine, a basic lifestyle. But then I kind of felt like a overwhelming presence from God, just encouraging me to keep playing and to travel the world, which is something I've always wanted to do. I just didn't necessarily want to do it through means of basketball, because it's kind of something that I've done my whole life. But I think he kind of reminded me of the beauty of basketball and how far it can take me. And honestly, it was my assistant coach, Coach Bishop, who just randomly texted me one day saying, "Hey, I still got a few more agents that are looking out. I'm looking to reach to you." And I kind of just, after that, it kind of seemed like everybody in my circle was just underlying saying, what are you doing? You need to keep playing. And so I kind of just took that back to God, and he just gave me peace about it. And that's all I needed to invest in this journey to Serbia.
That is awesome. Now, when do you head out?
I leave at the end of August.
Okay, okay, perfect. Now, Aaliyah, how are you going to handle? Is that going to be like the first time you guys are like that far away from each other? Clearly, you went to the same school, things like that. Seem like you have that tight bond. How are you going to adjust to that?
yeah, we definitely have a tight bond. Really, the only time we spent extended amount of time apart was when I came to SFA my freshman year, and she was still in high school, finishing up her senior year. So that was tough. That definitely took a toll on our relationship because we didn't know how to like communicate that well, being so far apart. But I think we've grown a lot since then, of course. but it'll be tough. But I know she's doing what the Lord wants her to do, and so I'm happy for her. I'm super excited. I wanted her to play. I thought she should.
Oh, looks like we lost them there for a quick second. I'm sure they're booting back up here. Well, while we're waiting for them to get back on, Freddie, you definitely, make a great point there. You saying just remember Philippians 4:13, do all things through Christ. Just remember God has blessed y'all with special talent. Clearly, that's evident. It's great that Aiyana has had that opportunity to go overseas and play with Serbia. But hopefully we can get them back on. Because I did want to keep you guys up to date with Aaliyah as well. So Aaliyah has the potential to potentially be coaching and being back on the college sideline. So perfect. We got them back here. Now, Aaliyah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
What was your last one? Yes.
So I was going to ask you, Aaliyah. I know you're potentially looking at returning to college basketball and being an assistant coach. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you're thinking there and what path you're about to be going down?
Yes, sir. So I was fortunate enough to be able to be on Coach Kellogg's staff last year at SFA and be a graduate assistant. I got to help with a lot of different coaching aspects of the game. Really enrich my perspective on collegiate basketball. And so I was already enamored with the idea of coaching collegiately, and that kind of just amplified my dreams and my desires. So I've been in a process of applying jobs, reaching out to coaches, building my network. So I'm still on that journey of finding the right spot for me. But I'm really excited to get into the game and to sow into the future generation of players and athletes what was sown into me.
Awesome. So just kind of weighing your options right now and going from there. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate the time that you guys have had for me. That's pretty much it for me. I definitely wish you guys the best of luck, in this upcoming journey. But that's been the latest episode of the new breed. Like I said, wish you guys all the success and luck in the world. And until next time.
All right. Thank you.